right, here we go. Casey 101. We have a very special guest. He's in town for the weekend. Mr. Tony Horton, P90X himself, is in the studio. What's going on, man?
Big John, I am fired up, my man. I'm in Connecticut, my home state. This is where I grew up. Grew up in Trumbull.
That's so close.
Very close.
When did you leave Trumbull, though?
I left Trumbull, graduated Trumbull High School in 1976.
You don't look a day over 20, though.
Thank you. Yes, I'm approaching 54 years old, but I feel good. You know why? Because I work out every day, eat good.
Do you?
That's the combo.
I can tell. Look at you. You got veins popping out.
I got veins on my veins, my man.
So you're a busy guy. Where you just got back from where?
Well, we were in Europe actually a little while ago on an AFE tour. That's an acronym. It stands for Armed Forces Entertainment. And they're like a division of the Department of Defense. And it's my third tour. We were in Europe and Germany and Holland and England. And we're working with the troops, the Army, Air Force, Navy, Marines, everybody. And they understand that you got to be fit and healthy, too. They have these PT tests they got to pass.
Uh-huh.
We don't have to pass the PT test, but if they don't pass, they fail. That makes sense. and they don't get to continue with their service. So they're using P90X now, P90X2 as a means to stay fit and have it be part of their lifestyle as opposed to just once in a while.
How's it like out there still?
Out in the world?
Out in the world.
It's pretty amazing.
Everybody knows who you are, everybody.
Yeah, it's funny. On the way over here today, we're having a little meeting at the local bar and grill, and everybody at the bar wants to take pictures. It's surreal. Fame is a bizarre thing that you don't plan for, but it's exciting because I'm not some guy on a TV show or in a movie that you're a fan of. I'm a guy that you see typically 6 days a week who in the process is changing your physique, changing your mental and emotional state of mind, and so people get pretty fired up.
Yeah, you're the guy that we hate for 90 days, and then we love you after.
You love. It's a hate-love relationship. It's a combination of those two things. But I can tell you the reason why people get fired up is because, when you exercise consistently, you're releasing norepinephrine and dopamine and serotonin, all these things that we try to get from fat, sugar, salt, chemicals, drugs, and alcohol. And if you do that, of course, the pendulum will swing the other way. Mm-hmm. But with exercise, you're vibrant, you're alive, you feel good, you have energy and enthusiasm to go out in the world and kick some butt. And more people through P90X, through my book, Bring It, plug. New book, Crush It, plug. They're learning that, hey, man, if I exercise more days a week than I don't, and if I eat pretty well more often than I don't, then I'm just going to feel better, I'm going to function better, I'm going to sleep better. My sex drive will improve. That's not a bad thing.
I wouldn't say so. No. Well, we're going to jump in. I want to talk about the whole Oakdale. You're going to be at the Oakdale Theater tomorrow working out with people. But I want to know, and I think a common question, for people that don't have a lot of time, that's obviously what your workout is made for. What's the most important thing to do? Is it to work out? Is it to eat correctly? Is it certain foods that you should eat in the morning? What's most important to get started?
John, you're going to be surprised by this answer. It really is this comes from a fitness guy, right?
Yeah, and I can tell.
It's about the food.
Okay.
It's about the food. The reason why we have a healthcare crisis in this country is because far too many people are eating the wrong things. They're eating from boxes, bottles, cans, and bags filled with fat, sugar, salt, and chemicals. We're into this taste explosion. Every time we eat, it has to be like a party in our mouth. And in reality, we have to get back to the way our parents, our great-grandparents ate. Fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, healthy fuels. Because if you eat that way, your body is able to exercise. You're able to burn. And you're going to see results at a greater pace, because if you're using, exercise as an excuse to eat crappy food, then it's going to be this hellscape that you'll never be able to get out of. So it really, ultimately, it's about eating the right things. And, you don't have to go from eating, fast food to vegan the next day, but you have to make some kind of dietary shift. And if you can do that, that's huge.
What do you think about all these crash diets?
No!
These 10-day, you're not going to eat, you're going to starve yourself, juice diet stuff.
Don't get me going, John.
No, it's bad.
It's crap, man. Look the problem is refined flours.
Yeah.
The problem is, too much sugar in everything. There's sugar in milk now. It's just completely insane. You've got to get back to the original ingredients. I was at a hotel last night where the food menu was awful, but I found salmon on the menu. I found broccoli on the menu. I found spinach and asparagus on the menu. So I asked them, I said, hey, look, can you put some salmon and some vegetables on my plate? And they said, sure, And so instead of a piece of gorgeous key lime pie, which is what I wanted, I got some mixed berries. I got blueberries, strawberries, and blackberries. They happen to have that in the kitchen. And I got a little whipped cream, just because I like a little something, too. So, the hardest part is the food, but it's also the most critical. And if you want to change yourself, I'm talking in the course of 48 hours. if you made a dietary shift and just got off the hot dogs and the hamburgers and the cheeseburgers and the Dr. Peppers and the French fries and the potato chips, good Lord, stop eating the beige food, look down at your plate, see some color, and in 48 hours you're going to go, wow, I don't snore. I've already lost 3 or 4 pounds. You know, and
really,
and,
the snoring
yeah,
will go away.
Well,
really?
Sleep apnea is usually as a result of people with excess body fat.
Yes, that's true.
All right, I mean, you get a fat neck, you get fat. Fat goes everywhere. It goes in places where you don't want it, especially when you want to have, good times with your girl.
So I got to know though, Mr. Fitness yourself. Yes, as he flexes and everything.
I didn't
for everybody
flex. It's
on
radio.
the radio.
How could you know?
When you do, I know you got to cheat. You're human. You got to cheat. You got to eat something bad. What's the one bad thing Tony Horton wants?
I'm going to tell you, John. As of 12 days ago, 12 days ago, the answer would have been key lime pie, chocolate chip cookies, brownies with syrup and whipped cream on it. That was 12 days ago. But I saw a little piece on 60 Minutes about the effects of sugar on the body and how a vast majority of fructose, high fructose corn syrup, things like that, feed cancer cells.
I saw that as well, yes.
Cancer cells. Mm-hmm. And we already know about refined flours, like hot dog buns and croissants and pancakes. I mean, think about it. You wake up in the morning and you have pancakes or waffles. What are you doing? You're having birthday cake. It's the same ingredients. Happy birthday to your, because you're going to have less birthdays.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I am on now day 12 of eating absolutely as clean as I possibly can. And I want the chocolate chip cookie, and I still crave the stuff. And I love, a bag of pretzels. But here I am, and I'm right now, as of now, will it change in the next 2 months? I don't know, but I feel good. I'm fired up. I've lost a few pounds. I'm even leaner than I've been, and I sleep better. I used to have to wear a breathe right, at night because I couldn't breathe.
Yeah,
I'm off the sugar and the occasional, and I don't need that. Ah, baby, I can breathe. It's fantastic.
Unbelievable. So let's talk about the show tomorrow. 2 shows, shows. You're working out.
It's like a show. It's like a fitness show, only you're sweating.
I'm so used to saying show, but no, you get to work out with the P90X guy.
With me?
Yeah, with Tony Horton.
So many. There's a lot of folks coming. We've got a few tickets left. So, if you're in the hood, ready for this? There's a guy coming from Northern Ireland.
No.
To this event.
How do you even know that?
Well, the internets.
He hit you up. I'm coming from Ireland.
You put it on the website. Websites around the world. Northern Ireland. And you ready for this one? Australia.
Really?
Australia.
Coming all the way to Wallingford, Connecticut.
Yeah. So if you live in New York, Rhode Island, Connecticut, Mass, Maine, shut up. I don't want to hear your excuses. All right? Mm-hmm. So let me give you the details. Oakdale Theater in Wallingford, Connecticut. We've got 2 workouts, one at 10, one at 3. The 10 o'clock one is the Strivers workout, which is kind of more mellow. And the 3 o'clock is the lookout because you're going to bleed internally. Wow. I'm kidding. But, we're going to go. We're going to have some fun. Each one's $65. A lot of folks are coming and doing both. It's also we're going to do autographs and photographs, and we're going to have a little Q&A where people can ask me what they want. And if you want to know all about it, it's at TonyHortonsWorld.com/appearances. That's Tony Horton, letter S.com/appearances.